Hey everyone, it's Avelina De Moray here and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you could have guessed from the title, I will be speaking about the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. I am in love with this. If you like eye makeup, if you like makeup in general, keep watching. Now, just before I get into the review of this product, I just wanted to give you a little update on the bags and everything that's been happening. Riri's clutch is up to 33, so we're getting closer to 50. If you're thinking about pre-ordering it, now is the time. Please go to my website and do so. Also, it is now completely official that I will be designing a handbag for It's Black Friday. I'm so excited about this. She's just so lovely. We had a really cool Skype chat the other day that went for about 4 hours. So I've got to get busy designing her bag. And also, if you haven't heard, if you haven't seen the banner on my website, I will be designing one for my Hofson as well. So that's going to be very interesting. I've got a lot of work in front of me. Okay, let's get into the review. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to notice is the sheer size of this palette. It is ridiculous. I'm having trouble fitting it in the camera there as a close-up. Yeah, that's like, you know, a few centimeters shy of 30 centimeters. It's pretty massive. I don't know why I kept this box, but it came in a box that's pretty much just a duplicate of, you know, the inner packaging. I hate when people like, you know, focus too much on the unboxing side of it. So let's have a look at the colors. And I will show you what I'm wearing today and which ones are my fave. You can see, I'm trying to keep my head in here, from the ones that have the most views. Ooh, they're so pretty. And they're really vibrant, people. I've got a lot of eyeshadows from other brands. I don't know, there's something about these formulas, they blend really well, especially the metallics. The only way I can describe them when I'm putting them on my eyelid is like satin. It goes on so smoothly. It doesn't feel like another eyeshadow that I've used. They're all kind of dry and you've got to kind of work to blend the colors, and these blend really easily. So the palette has a good combination of metallic finishes and matte finishes as well. Today, obviously, during the review on this palette, I used exclusively all colors from this palette. So at the top of my eyebrow, I would have used a combination of bone and linen. The lighter ones in the palette, they work really well. I used the metallic Ignite on my eyelid there and just really went to town on that and kind of, I don't know what I was going for. I just went for a smoky kind of blue thing. And then in the crease, I used Velour, which is not a metallic, so it's a matte. But it is so vibrant, people. I'm going to do some swatches for you so you can see them as well. All of the colors, just with one application, are very vibrant. And I just realized that normally when I do a color, I have to add some black. Usually I use Carbon by MAC, and I go into the crease to make it really dramatic because I find the color just doesn't pop enough. Mind you, I did only recently find out that there was such a thing as a white like undercoat primer base for eyeshadows. Anyway, I'm a slow learner, okay? So I did not use any black, I just used the blue and I found it really popped really well. And then I just did the winged eyeliner and yeah, that was enough. And then I put the same two colors underneath, there and there. And I think in the corner of my eyelids, I used a little bit of tinsel. I'm really enjoying that color there. It's just like a really metallic silver, but it's heavily pigmented. It's very, I wouldn't say glittery because it doesn't go on like spots of glitter, but it's highly metallic. It's super metallic. And I like putting a little, I don't know if you can see with the lighting, in the corner of my eyes there, I put a little pop just to make your eyes go woo! It comes with a mirror on the inside, which is, I guess, handy. Honestly, I've never used it. I prefer to use a makeup mirror that's illuminated. And I sit at my awesome Haunt desk, which I just got. So I wouldn't really use that, and I don't know, maybe I should. It's actually, you can get a lot closer, but yeah, maybe you guys would like to use that, and maybe I will try that as well. It might actually be more convenient than how I'm doing it currently. If you're wondering about my lipstick, changing the subject for a minute, it is the shade Morticia by Pretty Zombie. I love their formulas. It's very soft and it stays on like a motherfucker. Especially when I'm drinking as well. When I'm filming, I get very dehydrated. There's very minimal amount on the straw there. It just stays on and on and on. Okay, so let's do some swatches with this so you can see what they're like. I'm going to do them on one wrist, one swipe, no primer at all. And then on my second wrist, I will use, godsend for makeup, Urban Decay's, what do they call this? Eyeshadow Primer Potion. On the other hand, so you can see what the colors will look like if you use a primer beforehand. I really have no idea how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to start with the bottom row and pop them on my wrist and see what happens. So we're doing one swipe. That's pretty uneventful, you can't even see that. Okay, this one's Jet. Can you see that? I need to bring my arm back. This way. Okay, this is the one I'm wearing today, Velour. Very nice. Cobalt blue. Again, definitely needs the primer. I'm putting it on a stupid part of my arm so you can't see it. Why don't I put it there? I feel like I kind of just want to do the cool colors for you, but anyway. Let's start with Flash. Gold metallic, that one's really pretty. Oh, there we go, look at that. That is the same color as my wallpaper, how cool. I'm gonna do it here so you guys can actually see it. This one's a darker brown metallic. It is called Synergy. Ooh, yeah, that one's pigmented, look at that. Very nice. My finger's gonna be dirty at the end of this. Dirty girl. This is a very nice kind of plum, also metallic, Volt. Don't know if you can see it on my fingertip. Oh, hello. So again, the colors are coming up really well. With just one swipe, I'm just dipping my finger in there. That little pot once. Okay, on to Twinkle. My son Steele, I think he's trying to learn Twinkle Twinkle, and that's all he's got so far. So he just runs around going, Twinkle Twinkle, Twinkle Twinkle. It's so adorable. Look at the shine, people. Okay, so this is Twinkle. Oh yeah. It's almost the same shade as my skin, but very pretty. Okay, the next one is Glitz. It's kind of like a pinky peachy color. I would call that more of a satin finish. It's not metallic. Pretty. Get it in the right light, you can see it. Other than that, it's kind of exactly the same as my skin tone, so we're not really seeing it. Okay, so this is my current favorite for the inner eyes at the moment. It's called Tinsel. It is super duper metallic. Look at that, people. That is one swipe. Look how that is catching the light. There we go, let's burn. I'm trying not to burn myself because I've got so many lights on. Can you see the cool blue lighting? If I move an inch to the left, I will be burned. Okay, this one is a blue metallic called Ignite. Again, that's the one I'm wearing today. So it's still quite vibrant, but it'll definitely pop more if you use a primer. What is more, this is a lovely kind of teal metallic. It's a very charming color. I haven't seen anything like this before. It's a lot darker than the previous one. Okay, and the last one, very nice Nebula. Look at the pigment. Wow. That one is stunning. I've worn that a lot as well. I didn't think blue was my color. It's strange, I didn't think a lot of colors were my color until I started experimenting with this palette, and then I'm like, oh wow, I can kind of do green, can kind of do teal, I can do blue, can do gold. I never thought I'd do gold, but it's very, I don't know, it's Egyptian and I like that. The cat eye look is very Cleopatra inspired, and behind me I'm getting kind of like a burnt orange from that gold wallpaper, so I am warming to gold. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you'll see that even the new bedspread that I bought for my new Haunts bed is black and gold, and I'm more of a black and silver person. I couldn't find it in silver, but anyway, it's still really nice. Okay, so that is the top row done. I don't know if my arm is long enough to do the bottom row, but I will try my best. Okay, so the bottom row is all of the mattes. Okay, so what we've just gone through is the top row there. Now let's go through the bottom row. Starting from the right hand side, this one is Velvet. It's really pointless me showing it on my tiny finger, isn't it? Just put it on my arm. I might do it here, you can see. So that, to me, isn't very pigmented. It's kind of like a brown purple. I can't decide what color that is. If it's more brown or if it's more purple. Okay, the next one is Bone. Again, I'm using this one quite a lot, just under my eyelid to make that pop. Again, it's almost the same color as my skin, so you're not really seeing that. Suede, okay, I have not used this one at all. Don't know if I ever will. There you go, I used it just there for you guys. Kind of like a boring brown. It's a safe color, I don't like safe colors. I want to be flamboyant. I don't know why I break into weird accents all the time. Okay, this one's Oak. Like the wood. Ugh, my camera just died. Okay, we were up to Oak and we're this way now. Look at that. One swipe, people. That one is crazy pigmented. I'm a bit disappointed by Velvet. From how pretty it looks in the box, like that's a lot more brown, like I'm calling that a purple brown, but it really doesn't do anything on my finger. Okay, this one I also have not used. It's like a mustard color. That one there, and it's actually called Feather. Okay, it really shows up well on my finger. Yeah, I would have called that mustard. Can't really see it on my skin either. In between swipes, I'm wiping my finger on makeup remover and then just dabbing it dry on a little pad. Okay, Fringe also. Have not used this one. But yeah, that's pretty. It's kind of like a peachy pink. Terrible at explaining things, which is funny because when you make videos you need to talk and say things. Okay, silk. I have used this one of the lighter purples. Kind of matches the shade of my lipstick. Okay, this one I've used a lot. This one is called Ribbon. It's a very, actually that, I don't know. They're different to my lipstick, but that is a nice deep purple. Again, not doing them justice with one swipe without the primer. Okay, this one is Moss. It's a little darker than I would have expected a green that's called Moss. It's more like a forest. Moss is a little more limey or lighter. Stone, kind of like a dull black or a stony black. Velour, so this is the one I've got on my eyes today. The pigment is ridiculous in that. Look at that. That's crazy. Why am I whispering? I don't know. This craziness is insane, people. Look, it's so dark it won't even come off my finger with makeup remover. Jet, the darkest one in the palette. One swipe. Yeah, so very pigmented. And the white, which I'm using quite a lot. Up on the bone as well, the brow bone, is Linen. So there you go, there's all of the colors, the mattes, and if I turn my hand over, the metallics. So again, the standout for me is the velour. So I'm going to take those off, fix up my arm, and then show you. Actually, I might leave them on so you can see the difference with the primer. Okay, so I'm going to start with Flash, the metallic that I started with up here. I'm totally uncoordinated. What? I don't know if that is showing up, but it's much stronger. Sometimes they're not stronger, it's just that they're really solid and consistent, and it's really hard to get that without a primer. Next is Synergy with Urban Decay primer. Ooh, okay, you can see how much darker that is. Onto Bolt. Yeah, you can see there, they are darker, and they're more consistent, like I was saying, but sometimes it's subtle. I just confused myself then and went, there's no difference. I'm like, no, there is. And it's not really subtle, I'm just stupid. Okay, this one here is Twinkle. Nice purpley, satiny color. This one's Glitz. Okay, Tinsel. This one should be pretty dramatic. What? Yeah, baby. Look at that. Where is it on this arm? Oh, I'm so confused. I'm confusing myself. Okay, so Tinsel's there. Can you see that, people? The way it's catching the light on this arm here. Tinsel, Tinsel. Big difference for the silver, so use a primer. Okay, onto Ignite, the one I'm wearing. Metallic kind of light blue. What? No, I'm joking. That's the next color. What? Like wattage. One swipe. Ah, I'm having trouble bending my arm. Second from the bottom. Ugh. Again, just more solid. You get to see the metallic. You get to appreciate it a lot more because it's like everywhere apart from being like a little bit splotchy. Nebula. Oh, it's gorgeous. Very deep. Okay, it was deep in the other one, but can you see how solid it is? It's like putting one coat of varnish on a really like expensive piece of furniture versus doing like 1,000 really thin coats. I don't think people do 1,000s, but you get my metaphor. Primers really allow you to bring out the best in any eyeshadow. So it's not like, oh, you have to, you know, use primers, otherwise Kat Von D shadows aren't any good. That's not what I'm saying, they're just enhanced. And they're made to be used with primers anyway, that's the whole point. And if you're stupid like me, try the white NYX one as a base for your shadows, especially for the bright, vibrant colors that will make them pop crazy. Okay, so one more on the inside of my arm now. Velvets. I can't really start it in the same spot because of my tattoos, but I will try my best. Oh my god, this is impossible. Never play Twister with me because I am so uncoordinated. There we go. Okay, so you can see the top one on this wrist is very flimsy. That one's, again, same thing you're hearing me say, solid bone. Oh my god. It just looks like a big fucking mess. This does not look professional at all. Skipping ahead, velour. Seriously, I can't even show you the part of my arm. I should have taken more care in noticing how people do this when they position the eyeshadows on their arms. So we've got velour down here without a primer. There's no way I can get... Just take my word for it, people. It's a lot better. Okay, I'm getting bored of this, so I'm not going to finish it. I'm sorry. And my fingers are blue. I'm like a smurf. This is disastrous. Yeah, so highly recommend this palette. I'm having a lot of fun using it. I've also bought the Serpentina palette, so I will probably do a review on that. I also wanted to say a big hello to all my new subscribers. In the last video, we just hit 1,000 and now I think we're already on 1,400. And every time I put a new video on YouTube, within like a few days, we're going up to like over 1,000 views, which is massive for me because I could put up some of my videos and they'll just sit there and get 100 or 200 views. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Remember to comment below, press that like button. Apparently that algorithm has something to do with the success of the video. So if you wish me success, please press the like button. Comment as well. I'm really enjoying all of the feedback from you, and as you can see, I reply to every single comment and will continue to do so until it is no longer possible. I'm having a lot of fun making videos for you, so if you've got any suggestions on what you'd like to see on my channel, comment down below and let me know. Also, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, head on over to there. My username is just at Avelina De Moray. I do a lot of posting on Instagram stories every day, so if you want to get a little bit more behind the scenes with my life, what's going on with my kids, just every day what's happening, my renovations, decorating my house, head on over to Instagram, press that follow button and check out my Instagram stories. I'd love to see you there. I hope you are all well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I like Easter.
Make Easter?